Scott here, and today we have pretty much audible coming to you right down the line because we have the one, the only Molly from Star. That's a name and a half, Molly, but it's Molly from Star. She's here to make you pretty much.
That's right. That's what I do.
Yeah, it is exactly what you do. And, it is always interesting to me because, I've had talks with other professionals in your industry in the past. And it's like, you're the one I've known the best so far. So it's kind of like,
Oh, there you go. We've just been cuddled up lately. Getting a little bit closer.
Yeah, kind of going, hey, how you doing, huh? And
that's right. I can't get enough.
Yeah. I kind of dig it, because it's not every time that you find when you talk to someone, every time you talk to someone, it's not like very common where you're like, oh, I'm going to that person. And, it's not typically like it doesn't happen. I bat higher than average than most people. Like we talked about my little experience at the concert. I do very good.
We did. You do. You do well for yourself. And I don't blame them. I admittedly would probably be falling all over you in person too. So
yeah,
I can't blame them.
I have a very specific move that I use, especially because when you're online, the batting average is very, very low, right?
Of course.
I figured out how to bypass that.
It's the voice, isn't it?
It is the voice. I'll send a voice message, and this is exactly how I'll say. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I would really like to be friends. Just get back to me and let me know because I think you're pretty interesting.
See, that's a good voice message. I can definitely see that working in this space. It's better than the unsolicited pics that we get half the time. So, which, by the way, if for any of your listeners, if I get unsolicited pics, I want you to know that I make a collage of them and post them to my socials every month. So,
you know what you should do?
Enjoy that.
You know what you should do? You should go into Photoshop and paste faces on them, like Willem Dafoe pics.
I feel like that would haunt my dreams.
And his smile. You know what I mean? I kind of want to see it. If I wasn't so averse to having on my screen, I would do it myself.
Dicks in the screen, yeah. That's right. Well, see, I also have that aversion, unfortunately. I mean, even making the collages is tough sometimes. I get through it with hysterical laughter, but
well,
it does.
Here's the problem with most pics, okay?
They're dreadful.
It's not just like the unsolicitation. It's the quality of effort that goes into them.
Yeah, definitely. Effort is key.
It's like, yo, I'm going to boom. So when I do I have a strategy, right? First off, I make sure there's proper lighting. And then I go in and I affect the light balance and the contrast and the resolution.
I just see you right now with a heart on in front of your ring light, just kind of like gently pushing things like a little more to the left. There we are.
Yeah,
There's the halo.
I take about 12 different ones and then I will evaluate them. I'm like, does that catch the curve right? Does, do the veins look like they're popping enough? I like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm never going to be right again after this.
You know what I mean? Like, am I doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing so that this is closer to art than unsolicited harassment?
That's right. We just. But do you remember back in the day, when you really liked a girl and you wanted to share a dick, but you had to actually take the photo and then have it printed out and then put it in an envelope and walk it to her house? No, you don't remember doing that? Then don't do it now.
What I did is I would have someone come over and sketch it, and then I would put it in an envelope with a wax seal.
Oh, you Dawsoned it. I'm here for it.
Delivered by post.
I love it. Or carrier owl, perhaps?
Pigeon. Owls are a little harder to come by,
That is classy. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I received a pic via carrier pigeon, I'm pretty sure that he would get the time of day. I would be interested at that point.
Well, I mean, if you're going to put that much effort into something, then, because here's the thing, gentlemen, okay? What women want to see is effort, right?
Valid.
let me read a DM that I had with a lady, right? Because
Oh, I like it. Let's
so
get juicy.
let me just read this really quick, and you can see if this might shed some light upon the pick situation in the world, as because it's an oversaturated.
Was this DM prefaced by a dick? I need to know that information.
No, it wasn't. She hasn't even seen my.
Fantastic.
I mean, she will eventually.
Of course, she will.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But so I did what I always do is I provided a market analysis of pizzas.
Oh my God.
Like I legitimately, I was like, well, because she was like, dicks or a dime a dozen. And then I said,
valid.
Actually, they are 11 cents a dozen. And she's like, oh yeah? I'm like, between toys and people lacking proper social intelligence, men are the primary cause for their own scarcity and intercourse with the opposite sex. Then when you add in lack of consideration, underwhelming levels in performance, as well as stamina, in just an in general oversaturated market of competition, the supply absolutely outweighs the demand. A proper analysis of the market would lead one to surmise less supply would equate to a higher value, just like in any market.
I gotta tell you, the sapiosexual side of me just got really excited by that DM. So,
and then she said, "Well, some guys are good guys. Too bad the good ones sink while the bad foams at the top." And I said this in response: "We don't sink. We just refuse to compete in a saturated market. Thus would lower our value."
That's true. That's absolutely correct. And hot. Yeah. That would do it.
I operate different, right?
That's good. It's good to know that there's still guys out there that put in some intellectual effort, because honestly, and I mean, at the end of the day, you can check with any woman you want. I assure you that I am correct in this information. Women are mentally stimulated. If you can mentally stimulate us and get us excited in you prior to bringing in the sexual side of things, every single thing you do that's visceral is going to be amplified times 1,000. It's just
like, for instance, like there's this chick that I was talking to the other day. Okay. And I explained to her, I have some rules that I conduct myself with. And she's like, rules. Mm-hmm. I'm like, because I protect myself, right? I said, number one, I do not exchange explicit or nude material with people. That's number one. Especially if they're like connected to a profile that's connected to my stuff. I don't do that.
Of course.
For multiple reasons. Got to protect myself. And I said, and two, I don't engage in direct, explicit conversation. And she's like, oh, well, that's a bummer. And then at that point, I'm like, and then at that point I said, but I do have a love of cryptography and doublespeak. And I said, and I do so enjoy all the indulgences of the flesh, but if ever you really wanted to know more, I am extremely skilled at ASMR.
Oh, we have that in common.
And she said, I don't know why she literally said, I don't know why I just had such a visceral response to saying that you're skilled at ASMR, because the sentence itself is innocent.
It is, but the implications behind it are far less innocent.
Oh, absolutely. So
and no, so all I want to know, Kylie, is when are we going to make a dual ASMR for the NFT market?
Well, anytime you want, my darling. And
well, looks like we have work to do.
I know. There's been people asking me for feet pics, by the way, for like 6 months. And
oh my God.
I'm like, listen.
Welcome to my own personal hell.
I said, if you want feet pics, it's $250.
You charge just a little bit more than I do. I'm a little hurt now.
And they're like, why? I'm like, because I'll tell you why. Number one, I have to buy a really nice satin pillow. Number two, I got to get a pedicure. Number three, I'm going to take those pictures with a DSLR.
I'm almost in tears right now. I'm laughing so hard.
No one's taking me up on it, right? Because nobody wants to spend $250 on Crowley feet pics. Well, they do.
That's what you think.
They just don't have the money. right? And
I'm going to introduce you to my market, Crowley. We're going to throw you up on Star's platform, and you are going to be getting $250 a pop for your feet pics.
Oh, I mean, listen, as long as my face is, we can dox my feet all day. We can, no one's going to recognize me.
That's right. I doxed my eyeball, my butt, and my pinky toe thus far. So.
Oh my goodness, we could dox a fucking like transparent outline of my beard. I guess maybe I don't know. Like
there's another NFT. See what I'm saying?
I don't know. Okay, so I do have a plan to dox. I'm waiting for 2 years.
Okay.
2 years. If you really want to know.
Is there a specific reason you chose?
It's my roadmap.
I dig it.
It's my roadmap. I want 2 years.
I'm gonna fully dox at 50 million market cap. So that's where I'm at.
Because I'm going to dox in 2 years, and then I'm going to launch my own currency because I have plans to do some stuff that might kill me. And the only way to watch the exploits is to hold the currency.
Don't die. At least not before I get a foot pick.
I don't plan to die, woman, but I do plan to wrestle a bear.
Oh, I can help hook you up with that. I know there's a lot of bears who would be down for that.
Not that kind of bear.
Scenario.
Not that kind of bear. No. If I wanted to wrestle a bear, I could wrestle bears all day, every day.
No. I grew up in the woods, so we used to actually deal with bears quite a bit. My grandparents would have them perform for us.
The reason why I'm waiting 2 years is one, I'm going through a very intense training regimen. And I want to get into peak physical condition before I do it. Number
That's
2,
understandable.
I'm getting all my tattoos reworked.
Ooh, I almost thought you were going to say removed, and I was about to shed a tear.
No, I'm going to be like, because I used to have.
But reworked is good.
I used to have like 18 and a half inch arms. They're only about 16 and a half right now. So I want to have 19 to 20 inch arms by the time I dox.
I think that's a fair goal.
And I want to, I think I can do it in about 2 years. And
well, hot damn.
So
I wish you all the best. I'll follow you through your progress.
Yeah, I mean the plan is I don't want to go to market now because my product, which is myself, is not ready now.
That's right. You can't just throw it out there. You gotta make sure that it's exactly what you want it to be. I totally get that.
And that's a lot of that's what a lot of people don't understand about when you're in content and you're making content. The reason why so many people that are famous are in phenomenal shape is because they realize this is my product. I want my product to be the best it can be. And that's kind of why your girls are so successful, because they take care of their product.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely, aesthetics tend to be a key factor in this industry. So
right.
We definitely do put a lot of work into the aesthetic. And there's not all of our performers are visual performers. While quite a few are, we do have girls like me who do erotic ASMR and fetish related content that doesn't necessarily require peak physical condition. I'd like to think
we have erotic ASMR
good physical condition anyway, but
on my other channel we have erotic ASMR on the channel.
Well, that's excellent. I'll be over in about 5 minutes. I live for ASMR. I absolutely love what the voice can do. There's something different for me. Seeing something is nice, I suppose, but most women are much more turned on physically and audio. It definitely does it for us.
Men are eyes, women are ears. Also the nose, for women.
Oh, smells for sure. The pheromones will get you every single time.
You know why? You want to know why I think women have evolved not to be as turned on by physical sight?
Why is that?
Look at the majority of men.
Oh yeah, the whole skinny jeans man bun situation happening right now.
No.
Oh, it's a painful thing to view. I've told guys this my entire life because unfortunately I grew up with that starting, in my early 20s, and good God. If you take longer to get ready than I do, or you have to hop up and down to fit into your jeans, we can't be friends, okay? There is no sexual tension ever going to be created there, I assure you. I definitely like manly men. I like beards. I like I think once you referred to the Viking look, that just the word Viking immediately gets me going. My synapses are firing off.
Right.
It's it's much in appeal to me. And like a lot of women, initially when the whole manscaping thing came about, everyone was like, well, it's nice that guys take care of themselves. And yeah, like we don't want you to be smelly, stinky Vikings. Okay. Vikings were actually really clean. I don't know how many of you know this, but it's an interesting fact.
They were incredibly clean. And that's why the English created all that propaganda, because they're going to
steal our women.
There was a historical record that says we have to stop them
because they groom themselves.
They're too attractive.
They brush their beards and clean themselves, and our women are leaving us.
And they take their earwax out of their ears. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, you can be manly and keep it on the clean side. We want you hygienic.
No, I will say this. If you have a big beard, right, there is upkeep that goes into it. But,
for sure.
Like, for instance, there are some women, they're like, you have to take longer than me to get ready. I'm like, well, it depends on the day, right? Because if I am doing a full bore handlebar mustache, it could take a good 20-30 minutes just to get that motherfucker to act right.
Well, yeah. Beard wax and patience are necessary there. So
you know what? I found a way to circumvent that.
What is that?
I just braid my mustache.
Oh.
I braid it, and then it goes out in a straight line to a curl at the tip.
How very Viking-esque of you.
I know. And someone's like, "How long did that take?" I'm like, "The mustache? I don't know, maybe a few years." Why? He's like, "No, the braid." I'm like 2 minutes. Like,
yeah, no kidding. I love it. I have a thing for glorious mustaches. I feel the need to tell everyone that I see that has a fantastic mustache just how absolutely epic it is, because I understand the work that goes into that.
Right. And so what the takeaway for the people at home, because we're kind of just vibing here, folks, right? Kind of just vibing, is dudes, just put some effort into your appearance and it will go a long ways. Okay?
Yeah, sure. For sure. Take regular showers, deodorize, just simple things. You don't have to be crazy about it, but please, a little bit of love in yourself will definitely create love from the opposite sex.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard, okay, to put on deodorant.
You would think.
It's not hard, okay? Secondly, it's not the most incredible, difficult thing to wear clothes that go together.
Oh my God. Now you're speaking my language.
All right. It's called you buy stuff with the intention to wear it with other stuff.
I feel like men are like 90% colorblind, just naturally. I feel.
Well, I fixed my problem with that by, I look over to the corner of my room and I see like 8 pairs of shoes, and you have to just have options. Then you have to care about how you look when you go out. Like if you were to come into my house in the middle of a work day, I'm not going to be looking nice. Right?
Oh, no. I'm talking to you in my pajamas right now. So,
right. I mean, sometimes I sit in this chair naked and record, but when I'm about to go out, I'm like, okay, where's the pants that go with the shirt? Right?
Yeah, exactly. Take 1 second.
You can simplify your wardrobe by wearing lots of black, right?
Yeah. And just neutral tones in general.
Black socks, my main color scheme is black and white.
I dig it. Zebra fashion for the win.
Black and white. So predominantly black with highlights of white. That's it. And so I got a hat that's really nice. It's got some embroidery on it, and then I have a $180 jacket that's really nice. It's like kind of like a dress trench, but like all the buttons are custom, and it's got custom stuff. If you look on the inside of it, on the back, it has stuff on it, And then I got black and white Nikes that I wear with that motherfucker with just solid black pants.
I dig it. That sounds like a good look.
And because I think, okay, so there's going to be a lot of guys who they don't understand, right? And here's the other half of it is, no matter what you wear it with confidence.
That is the key. At the end of the day, that is the absolute key. That is the biggest turn on for women is confidence.
I got for Christmas a Periwinkle Kermit shirt that says Dreamer on the sleeve.
Wow.
It goes with nothing I own. It was a gag gift.
I would think not.
But I will wear that motherfucker with black pants and black shoes. It's the only pop of color, and I will get numbers.
I believe it.
because I walk up like I own the bitch.
That's a great conversation starter. And so that's right. I love it. I had one of my favorite stories, and that just general, pickup lines and confidence. I was in high school and we were on our senior trip to Disney, and we were at the water park for the day, and we were walking up the stairs to one of those, crazy high water slides. And so we were walking and walking forever, and it was myself and a group of girlfriends, and a group of our guy friends were behind us walking, just a few feet away. And about halfway up this thing, one of these guys shouts out, he's like, "Molly, do you know your butt claps when you walk?" And I was mortified. Like, my immediate response was, oh my God. Like, I'm a teen. I was like 17, 18 in that range. And I was mortified. And he immediately shouted, no. He's like, "Hey, it's like you're giving yourself a round of applause." And I laughed so hard. That was, to this day, that was the best pickup line that's ever been utilized. But that's just it.
I mean, I'm going to use that later today. I'm going to a barbecue.
It's so good. And it made me laugh. And the laughing part of it, and the fact that he was that bold and that confident to say something like that out loud. Right. I mean, I talked to him. We hung out the whole way home, and we hooked up when we got back and all that.
It's like how I was telling you last night, I asked a pair of lesbians stuff,
but I mean, like,
out to
never in my life would I have responded to that had he not. Yes. Yes, that was
like, and they both laughed, right? I'm like, we don't got to, but I think it'd be fun.
It's true though. It's the confidence. It's all in the confidence. Believe in your ability. And what is the absolute worst that's going to happen?
They say no.
Worst possible scenarios. They're going to say no, and you're going to move on with your day.
This is literally. Are you ready for the truth behind it, gentlemen who are listening to this? Because there's a lot of guys that are going to listen to this. Remember when I came into the VC and people were like almost halfway mocking me, right? Like, Crowley's mega chat. They don't realize I actually do pull act, right? And
oh yeah,
and
I believe it.
Like. This is the truth of the matter, okay? The result of getting rejected is the exact same as if you never tried.
Absolutely.
And if you look at college campuses, there is a high percentage of women that will sleep with the same core group of guys.
Yeah, absolutely, because those are the guys.
When you're dealing with a promiscuous market, right? Because in countries where there's like, say, monogamy is enforced, right? More people will end up with partners. But if you have 50 people and 50 people and monogamy is enforced, then everyone will pair up, right? But if you have 50 people and 50 people lined up and it's like a free for all to where anyone can just sleep with what they want, 10 people will get laid and 40 people won't.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's because we go into this concept of high value males or high performers. And what will happen is, gentlemen, if you do a good job, okay, this is your real motivation for doing a good job. If you blow her mind and make her lose count of her she going to tell her friends.
It's true. We're going to immediately call our friends. We're going to invite them over while you're still there, as a matter of fact. So,
yeah, especially if you know that the dude, like, because there's a difference between being a boy and a great lay.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
There is a definitive difference. So, like, let me tell you my preferred method, Molly. Let's see what you think.
We're not going to be able to finish this AMA. You know that, right? We're going to be in private chat before this is over.
I mean, so. I'm hoping I'll just like turn off the recording, baby. So what I do is, like, I listen to metal. I make metal. People know that. And so I will turn on metal music. You know how it's like really, really fast and really, really technical? I play 8 instruments. So I will work them with my hands to the movements of the music.
Oh, that's intense. That is intense.
So this is what happens. They have the physical stimulation, and then they have the mental audio stimulation of the physical sensation going with the rhythms and the patterns in the music.
That's mind-blowingly hot. I'm absolutely all about it. I can only imagine.
Well, it's a thing. It's a thing, you know.
And all right, I'm gonna fan myself off a little bit. I'm gonna have a sip of water here.
Also, there's this really great technique. What I want you to do is, like, do the flip off with the thumb out, right? Really quick. Just do this with your hand. Ready? And then bring your thumb in.
Okay, I got it.
Where it makes a U, all right? And then kind of like pinch a little bit, but don't touch. That's the same motion that you get for G-spot and oral stimulation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the hither motion is great, but a lot of guys overdo it, and it's it gets to be more painful than it is pleasurable.
Well,
so.
you get with the thumb though, because it's like, gaming, right?
It's
like
more surface area.
Experience. So like with that on oral side of things, right? You can do a lot. You can do a lot to get stuff done. So I will mix it up between thumb and middle finger in order to give that full experience with the music.
All right. We need to talk about the token before I need to take a shower.
Before we take a shower, ma'am.
Oh, God. Good Lord. Let's not discuss our community showers right now. I'm really getting... It's humid here to begin with. I'm having a hell of a time right now. You see, that's saying something. I would like to just reach out and thank you for being capable of getting me all Twitter-pated. Because that doesn't happen often. I'm in a space where I'm usually the one having that effect, so it's appreciated. I appreciate your art form, sir.
Well, it's a thing, right? If you could turn on the person that turns on everybody else, you're doing a good job.
You are doing a great job.
Well, thank you. And gentlemen, all you got to do to impress a lady is talk about how you perform with other ladies well. That's it. Yeah,
that's that. I mean, it's helpful. Your DMs are probably going to light up pretty hard once you release this. And it's going to be a lot more ladies than usual, I think. So, not that you don't already have plenty of DMs from ladies.
It's predominantly women. It's predominantly women.
That's good.
I mean, there's a few bros that just want to be friends, right? I'm like, cool. Let's bruh. But it's like, it's predominantly women. I ain't gonna lie. I got a server where, they compete for titles, right? Like some of them right now, the big thing they're competing for is title of the favorite.
So I'm gonna be able to come on and have a title, right? I want the favorite.
I mean, you can.
I might have to come in and steal the favorite.
Well, I mean, you have a lot to compete with.
I understand, but I'm a good competitor, and I'm very, very feisty in my competition. So perhaps our communal shower can help to convince you. We'll take it from there.
I mean, I'm game. I'm game and a half, game and 3/4. I mean, like, I have one little issue though.
Oh no!
One little issue,
what's your issue?
Like you might think this is kind of weird, but I don't like to take showers with just two people.
Oh, I have friends, and I mean I have a lot of friends.
I typically like it to be anywhere from 3 to 4, if that's at all possible.
I have a really large shower too, we could make that.
More than 13. No more than 13.
I understand there has to be a line. Yeah,
and since there's so many people, some people are going to have to sit, so I'll probably take one for the team and not be the standing one.
That's fair. I think we should. I have to let you know, me personally, we have to stop it at 12 though. Can't be 13. I have a little bit of triskaidekaphobia.
Oh, okay. Okay, see that.
So we're gonna have a 12-person communal shower. Is that what we've agreed on?
Yeah, 12-person. And I'm really averse to as most people are, so it's gonna have to be predominantly women.
I'm here for it. I'd much prefer to shower with the female form. You can be the only guy. I think that's fair.
What I'm there for is I'm really just there to make sure people get their backs washed and their thighs washed, and
wash behind their ears. You have to make sure that we're cleaning thoroughly. It's important that you moderate these things.
It's a public service. At the end of the day, it's a public service that I'm trying to provide to ensure that everybody's clean before we get dirty. That
just sounds perfect. I love it. I absolutely love it. I had a client way back in the day who had a bathing fetish, and me and a few of my apprentices and girls would get together, and we would hold him in the tub and insist that he was never clean enough and continuously clean him. And I'll have to tell you, that was probably one of my favorite fetishes that I ever catered to. It was so much fun. Just being covered in bubbles and everything smelling good. And it's really nice in this industry to have that every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, but as far as trying to pitch an orgy, that was pretty good, I think.
I'm here for it. I'm absolutely 100% here for it.
See,
We've scared guys in the past. Like my girlfriends and I, and this is, again, when I was younger. I remember one night there was like 8 of us hanging out, and we had just worked ourselves up into a frenzy due to whatever it was we were doing. And we're like, hey, would you guys be down if we invited a guy over and we could all just play with this one guy? We called like 3 different guys from our school. Like this is high school. And we called like 3 different guys and we're like, hey, so there's 8 of us over here right now. We'd like you to come by and hang out. And it took getting through the first 2 being like, no, that's not a thing. I tried to disappoint one woman at a time.
Oh, no, you never listen.
And we finally got to the third one, but there you go. Well, we finally got the 3rd guy over there, and it was an awesomely fun time. But yeah, it amazed me to this day that 2 guys were just like, no, I can't. I absolutely can't do that. I was like, are you kidding me? That. Oh, see, guys, right back to confidence. Just have confidence. Go for it. When in your life are you going to be able to tell the story of when you were called in the middle of the night to go hang out with, 8 high school girls and keep them amused?
Right. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not with high school girls anymore because I don't like prison.
Again, we were all the same age at the time.
Well, here's the big thing for me. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's like, if I'm going to fail. If I have the opportunity to jump into a pile of ass, I'm going to.
That's right. Dive in head first.
And here's the thing. Because of my practice with like tantra and meditation, I can control and last as long as I choose. So there ain't ever any disappointment because I run this shit. They don't.
See, guys, so really at the end of the day, what we'd like to summarize is that if you need help with your sexual endeavors, please DM Crowley and he'll be here for you.
I mean, if the community wants me to kind of hang out and just be the dude to kind of be an example, I can be that, because apparently I can get a lot out of the girls and get them worked up a little bit, which is good for the community.
That's true. Girls go where other girls go. We're very competitive by nature.
Let's talk about this project because we got a shower.
Let's talk about it. It's true.
Let's go. So let's break down the tokenomics a little bit.
So obviously, you want to get straight into tokenomics.
All right, fine. Let's talk about the fun part of the project, then the tokenomics. But I kind of wanted to end on a high note,
All right, we can go over the tokenomics first if you'd like. I understand.
Yeah. I want to talk about the last because that's why we here, yo. So yeah, I mean, I know tokenomics is probably the least exciting part about this, right?
It's up there.
It's important.
It is important. So our contract tokenomics, basically we have an 11% total tax. Okay, 3% of that is allocated to marketing in BNB. 3% of it goes to our liquidity pool. 2% goes to reflection. 2% to burn, and 1% goes to our tipping wallet, which is a pretty cool, unique picture of our tokenomics. Our tipping wallet is utilized to help retain our talent and give them a reason to use our platform over others, in addition to all of the other reasons they'll have. But we intend to use it to give away really cool prizes, community-driven, and we're going to request polls and see what you guys really like, which performers you're enjoying for specific things. And we're going to reward them for that big time. We're talking, cash prizes, renovation, luxury ice, things that are really nice bonuses for our performers and content creators. So there you have it.
Excellent. Now, I like the idea of rewarding the ladies, right?
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing, guys. If you can't make them excited and you want the interaction, because, all right, if you're good at what you do, the ladies will give you their time. It's very, very simple, okay? But most men aren't me, Most men aren't me. They can't just send a voice clip and be like, hey, honey, how you doing? I want to, spend some time.
I want to touch you all over. No.
Yeah, I want to butter you up like a biscuit and spread it nice and thick. Not everybody has the capacity to do what others can do, right? And also they're trying to make a living, right? And without them doing that, you're not going to get to bust your nuts.
That is just a shame all around.
Right. And I don't know about you, but personalized content is always better.
Absolutely. It really is. It gives you the ability to sit down, one-on-one with the girl, and not only, have more private interaction with her, but like you said, it's the personalized aspect of it. Getting to, kind of direct your own fantasy and really make that connection that's going to spark your interests fully. And it's really cool too, because I found, in the industry, a lot of guys assume that girls are just all around faking it. And while that can certainly be true, myself personally, as well as a lot of females that I know in the industry, we don't need to fake it. We just tell you, the things that we are interested in. And if it happens to vibe with what you're interested in, then hit us up and we will have a great time together. Like, there's no reason at all why you should feel like whatever odd or weird in your mind interest you have is not going to be accepted by someone, because I promise you there's plenty of us out there that are really into the more interesting aspects of things too. So just put it out there and we'll be happy to personalize some really, really sultry content for you.
Right. Now, like, I've picked up a couple in my day, right? And
haven't we all?
I mean, well, not all of us, right? Because you got to go about things the right way. And I've been friends with multiple different cam girls and stuff like that, people in the industry. I used to have a girl that was a girl, and she would send me her sets before she would submit them to the company.
So I was that girl. And so a lot of my friends are too. That's definitely that's my genre.
Right. And that's the thing. You know why she would send me her sets though, before she would send them out anywhere else? Because she valued my opinion, because I would only talk about the composition of the photos.
See, and that's perfect. That's it. You can't always be on all the time. You can't always be up a girl's that's because it's just a huge turnoff.
And that's the thing too, right? Like, I dropped in and I paid for like a private session, right? Because I was like, you know what? I actually just want to be friends with this person. So what I did is I paid for the private session. She's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to talk. And she's like, you want to talk? I'm like, yeah, put your clothes back on. And she's like, what?
I'll be honest with you. I'll be completely honest with you. It's not that uncommon. I feel like my job is like 70% therapist. A lot of guys genuinely just want to talk.
I was pitching them something.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I was pitching them something. And like, if you're really, gentlemen, if you like, the definition of insanity is doing the same things, expecting different results. If you really want to impress the ladies, don't focus on your nut. That's the thing. Don't focus on your nut. Focus on their nut.
Yes, focus on my nut. That's no. But see, we do the same thing. So that's just it. If both parties are actively participating in the pleasure of the other party as opposed to their own, it's going to turn out really well for everybody.
Right. And so, guys, you just, talk to the ladies, because they're first and foremost, Molly, I don't know if you know this, people that work in the industry are people with feelings, and they're doing a job. So it's kind of like, how do you befriend anybody at their job, right? You just got to be genuine. So
yeah, exactly. And show interest.
Right. Like,
man, like interest in their interests. That's one of the biggest things that, some of the clients that I'm closest with, that I've been friends with for years and years, it's honestly a matter of they show interest in things aside from my work. And it's cool to have conversations. We get all encompassed, I guess, often with the school and the adult and side of the industry. So it's really nice to have people to, talk to and bounce ideas off of outside of that. It's really a huge benefit to us. And if you can provide that benefit to us, then you as a person become beneficial to be in our lives.
Right. And that's like for instance, everyone always asks, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? But they never ask, or how you're doing it. They're like, but they very rarely ask, well, how are you today? Like, it genuinely mean it, not like in a, they'll ask it, but it's a segue into being like, give me some, So yeah, I mean, it's really curious though. Like, I'm very interested by the space, like just in general, not just like the crypto space, but like the adult industry space, because like I've known so many people throughout my life that have worked in it. And like the big thing that, the whole, I just want to be friends with some of them, right? Because they seem like cool people. And like, I think that's why I do so well, is just because I'm sincere.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. It's a huge key factor in our interactions with other people. So definitely.
They're people though. At the end of the day, they're no different.
That's right.
Just because they're hot or or whatever doesn't make them unapproachable. And you'll be surprised how often hot women don't feel hot because guys will not approach them.
Yeah, it's not even that we don't feel hot. We just feel like we understand the intimidation factor there, and it sucks sometimes. Because, like you'll be out with your friends and all of them will get approached by guys and talk to you, and you'll literally be just standing there with the drink in your hand wondering what you did wrong, like why you are so unapproachable. It gets
that's
to the point.
Why I always approach the hottest chick every time.
There you go. See?
Every time. Like, and I will say is like, I walk up and I'll compliment them and I'm like, it's good to have good things said about you. It's really nice.
That's true. It is nice. And not always based on your looks either.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're supposed to pick something that is very specific to their aesthetic, something that they put a lot of effort into. And it's
absolutely like, I really like your jewelry. It coincides well, whatever.
Right.
Just
like,
something that is,
your makeup is amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Something that you can tell that they put effort into, not just something that they're naturally gifted with.
Like you have to actually put forth that effort to make it happen, because if you don't put forth that effort, if like, say for instance, right? Like, how hard it is to make eyebrows look good, right? If you know that she like has really crisp eyebrows, and you know that she put a lot of time into it, you also know most people aren't going to compliment the hard work that goes into those eyebrows. So you're going to be like, man, your eyebrows are done so well.
See, that would be nice. That wouldn't work on me because I've never had anything done to my eyebrows in my life. Of all my features, I'm naturally gifted with nice eyebrows.
But the key is you pick something that you know.
That's right. You pick something.
Into.
Exactly. Exactly.
Something. And it's basic sales technique, really, is what it is.
It is.
Not
absolutely.
so much pickup technique. It's sales technique, right? And that is the big thing, right? And so, gentlemen, when you're talking to these hotties, understand. Oh, let me tell you this story real quick before we end, right? So I was out at an Irish pub, all right? And there was this chick that was walking by, and she was in immaculate shape. You could tell she lifted, right? Because she had big arms, nice defined shoulders, and all of that. But her hair was done really, really nice. She had nice tan skin. And I was like, as she walked past me while I was outside, I said, you know what? Your gains are so fucking impressive. And she's like, thank you, right? And
yeah.
So she went.
Wait, do your girl voice again. I need this in my life.
Thank you. Oh my God. Yes. So as it were, right? And so we were about to leave, and I'm like, I gotta go talk to her. And I go in there, and like she's at the bar, and I know she was at the bar. So I ordered me a double shot because one, I wanted to get a little bit more trash because we were about to be done for the day and I wasn't driving. So I ordered a double shot. And after I did the double shot, I walked straight over to both of them. And I said, you know what? Everything you got going on here is immaculate. Absolutely majestic. It's a lot of hard work. And I appreciate that. She's like, well, thanks. What's your name?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then she introduced her friend to me.
See, I told you we're happy to bring our friends.
And I got both their numbers.
I love it. You're just double numbering it up all over the place.
Yeah, you know what? It's like I honestly am trying to do that thing to where I only get one chick's digits at an event. It just doesn't work that way.
Never plays out that way. Never.
It never plays out. Just because I'm like, why not? Right? Just try.
What?
And so
YOLO.
I asked my group of friends, like, so what do people say about me behind my back? What's the perception? They're like, well, they know you like money and I'll take it.
That's acceptable. That is fully acceptable.
Take it, you know?
That's right. And I also like money and which is why I work for Star.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a fantastic combination of the two.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's not to love about and money? I mean,
I know. I was so excited. I waited for a very long time
Right. It's
for the
honestly
crypto space to catch on to the industry, and
It's
here
the
we are. And
best.
I'm ecstatic. It is. It absolutely is. I'm so excited to utilize the platform, which we will have functioning by the end of next week. So within a week here, we will have a functioning beginning stage of our platform with streaming and live tipping. And yeah, so
So if
stop
they
by.
want to find the are they going to be able to see it? Because I can't link on YouTube directly to NSFW platforms. I just can't. It's not like
Of course not. Of course not. So, right. My suggestion would be to, do your own research. Get out there. You're gonna be able to find us. I promise. And you can look for the Star official Telegram and things of that nature to help get you to the links that you're going to require to utilize the platform.
you're going to need it.
You're gonna need it. You absolutely are. And all of our girls will be tipped in, including me, in Star token. So definitely make sure that you load up prior so you can make it rain or make it drizzle or whatever it is that you have the ability to do. You just get in there and do it for us. We'll be very excited to see you and create some stuff for you. And yeah, we're definitely excited about this release.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. Star is a friend of the program, primarily because we're friends outside of Star. Which it's really weird, right?
Valid.
Like
it's the communal showers.
Yeah, it's the communal showers, man. And like, here's the thing: like, those well-lighted pics did me such a service back in the day.
It's so true. We came over because we genuinely love you and your personality and your show and shows for that matter.
Well,
and
my shows, my god network.
That's right. We love being a part of it outside of the business side of things. So it was fantastic to be able to create that momentary partnership where we can come on and shill our token and what we're doing. So it was awesome to be here. And as always, I just love chatting with you. So
well, you know what? We're gonna have to bring the other ladies on because
I agree.
I'm voracious, and I'm as much as I love you, darling.
I know. There has to be other girls. I get it.
It's so that you can get a break as I keep going.
It's
because not everybody.
It's true. I need to rest once in a while.
Yeah, not everybody can go like back to back, day after day, day after day.
No, they can't. Sometimes you need. I've got work in the morning.
There's a special type of person who goes nonstop, and it's a problem. But I'll make sure that we bring the other Star girls over, and we'll have a little slumber party with Crowley and do another. Gonna lie. It has been like my personal mission to like just talk to stars on a regular basis. Not because like I love, but because who does that?
Yeah, I spent all of last week in private chats and voice calls with some high-end girls, and it was hilarious to me when I went to lay down at night, and I was like, this is what my life's become. And I've been in the adult industry forever, but like some of the people that I was chatting with, like I have their cell phone numbers now. Like I helped them set up crypto wallets. It was a good time.
I remember.
It's insane to me.
I remember it's like trying to convince a kindergartner not to eat crayons. Like
yeah, it was. There were definitely some difficulties there. I spent quite a long time explaining to some of them how to exchange, like BNB for fiat and things along the. It was fun, but it was definitely awesome to get them excited about the crypto space. I think that's probably one of my favorite things is taking people, and it has been even prior to this. But
yeah, absolutely. Well, Molly, I appreciate
taking people who are completely new to crypto, walking them through it. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. That we've been having some like connectivity issues, so I didn't mean to.
We have. I'm in the woods. It's not your fault.
Yeah, we gotta get you out of those woods and into the shower.
Oh, I'm on my way. right now. So guys, check out. As always, I love you very much. You have a lovely, lovely day, Crowley. And
absolutely. So
I'll chat with you soon.
Yes, ma'am. You will. Yes, you will. So, folks, to remember So like, comment, and subscribe, and share with all of your friends, as well as ring that bell so you can be in the know on all these new crypto projects that are coming down the pipeline, god. Now, beyond that, when you go check out some star, okay, and you get your in your hand and some star on your wallet, the last thing you gotta do is hodl that